Sargon is my barber. 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 Sargon is my barber.
What's up, guys? Stefano here. Just finished getting my haircut from the one and only Sargon. Because Sargon is my barber.
And boom, we are live. What's up, everybody? Couple Casuals Podcast, episode number 20. I'm your host, Stefano, and today I'm here with the biggest barber legend in Toronto, York region, whatever you want to call it. Ladies and gentlemen, my boy, Sargon. Let's go, baby. Big salute, brother. Thanks for coming through.
Anytime, brother.
Before we get started here, guys, I got to give a shout out to Candle Hand. Use promo code CC10 for 10% off and free shipping. And also, if you want to get fucking dickered with the boys here, we got Cameron's Brewing. They got some good pints. Check them out at the LCBO. Anywhere when you're at the bar with the boys, whoever, check them out. And also reach out to Matt's Lawrence at Matt's Lawrence. I'll put everything in the bio. It's hard to remember all these things. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
But that's everything. Ladies and gentlemen, Sargon. Sorry. When I think about pioneers, when I think about guys that started shit, bro, that's why I wanted to have you on, brother. Because when I started this podcast, a couple of things I thought about was like, I want to bring guys that I know that did shit from the beginning. You were one of them, right? And I remember when we were younger, you really set the blueprint for the grinding of the barbering from like the basement garage into the shop. So let's take a dive back, bro. I want to talk about that journey and that experience, like from when you started, bro. Mm-hmm. So like, how old were you when you started it?
I was like 12 years old.
12 years old, bro.
12 years old.
Was it 12?
12. So basically, my dad was my barber.
Okay.
So he was cutting me and my two brothers. Mm-hmm. We were like too broke to go for a haircut in the barbershop.
Yeah.
So it all started like my dad was cutting me. And then when I hit like grade 7, I'd say, I started shaving my own head.
So wait, you weren't even in high school yet at this point? No. Oh, fuck, bro. Because when I came into the picture, like when I started getting my haircut from Sargon, I was in high school. So you were doing it from even before that.
Oh, yeah. And then whatever, I started shaving my own head. My dad's like, who cut you? I'm like, me, I used the shaver you use it for us, right? So then I started cutting my own hair. I started cutting my dad's hair, my brother's. Started getting like a little better. And then I told my boys, I'm like, yo, I'm cutting hair right now. Let me know if you need shave heads, line up, whatever. Design.
12 years old.
12
so
years
you're grade 7, bro.
Yeah, because I always used to draw too. So I had like, you know.
Yeah, you were always like artistic.
Yeah, exactly, right? So then I'm like, okay, first cut's free. Mm-hmm. Next cut's $5.
$5?
$5. $5.
Whoa.
And yeah, you'd sit on a bucket.
Yeah.
Either take off your shirt or a garbage bag.
And this was in the garage, though?
No, this was in 106 in Maple. James Major Mac. Is Lake Crest there?
Yeah. So not the spot over there on Melville?
No.
Okay, so it's even before that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, started from there and then started upgrading my tools and stuff like that. Started getting better and better. And I bumped up the price to 10. And then I was doing like little venues, like even in high school, like going to, my buddy used to work at, I used to work at Clawson grade 10 too. So he's like, hey, I'm doing a little fundraiser in Humber College, right?
Yeah.
He said, come there, do some haircuts. I'm going, all right. I brought my little posters of all these haircuts. I'm in the hallway cutting. And the people were like, yo, can I be next? I'm, yeah, wait in line.
So you there was already like a lot of people that were down to like start coming through?
Yeah, just random people. High school, like, in college, just walking around with bags. Like, oh shit, this guy's a barber and cutting in the hallway. Hey, can I get a cut?
Yo, let me get a free cut.
Yeah, exactly.
And what kind of cuts were back then? Because I know like the fade started to become very popular. Was that around then?
Fades was always in, but in high school, I don't know why, I was the design guy. Whoever wanted to come to me, they wanted designs. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll do it. I do regular haircuts, obviously, but designs, whatever. It's a little challenge, but like I like it. You know, I'm artistic.
And so how did you learn how to do the designs and stuff at 12 years of age? Were you just literally trial and error on guys that were coming in? Or
yeah, whoever challenged me was like, can you do this? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it.
So you just say yes and just buy in and just fucking try.
No stencil, no nothing, just a T-liner.
T-liner, okay. Yeah. So you're freestyling it. Because I remember you did one of my, maybe I have a picture of it. I remember back in the day, you did the Sean Desmond sidewalk for me, bro. Yeah. I remember that, bro. That was legendary. But yeah, it was like, it was an idea that never was around then, Sarge. Because now we look around, brother. Like where we're from, Vaughan, Toronto, and a lot of people, I feel like kind of adopted that blueprint of yours.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I feel like you were like one of the wouldn't you say you were one of the first guys to kind of start doing it like that?
I would say so because growing up when I was in high school, my first time going to a barbershop to actually get a haircut, because I used to cut my own hair. And grade 10, I went to Melvin Finch there. There's a Latina Plaza there. And the Dominicans are sick athletes. Fucking dope, right?
They know what they're doing.
So I'm like, okay, sick. I found my barber shop where I go to. And I met all of them, owner Alberto, another Alberto, Sam, like all these other barbers that knew me. They're like, oh, this is the barber guy from Vaughan. There's no Vaughan barber shops at that time.
Especially then, bro.
Yeah, and then these Dominican guys are like, yeah, we should open up there. And I'm like, no, that's my spot, right?
That's my spot, exactly.
So then after, that was my spot. So I was getting a haircut there and everything. And from there, like, I actually worked with other barbers when I first opened my own shop in 2014.
In 2014 is when you opened the first shop, but before that there was a grind, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Like your house was busy because then you were 12 years old, you built there, you said yes to everything.
Yeah.
That which is courageous thing to do because when you have somebody's hair in front of you, you know, it can be like you don't want to fuck the guy's hair up, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
But you bought in and you did that, but then you built the clientele. Was it all through like word of mouth and like all of a sudden people started coming through your garage? Like your garage was busy, bro. It went from the
100%.
garage and then you built that extension, right?
Yeah, so it was like, my old house in semi-detached. Then we moved. It was in the basement. And the basement was getting done. I went back to the garage. And then the basement was done. I went back to the basement. And then people were coming through my house. I got busier and busier. My parents were like, all right, that's it.
Yeah.
I went on vacation for like a month. And then I came back. My older brother's a framer. He's a carpenter. He built me a whole like garage side entrance and everything, PS3 and
wait, did he surprise you with that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like,
wow,
what the
that's
Like,
amazing.
hey, I'm like, what the fuck you building here? He's like, this is gonna be your new barbershop.
Yeah.
And my old barbershop came up his new walk-in closet.
Oh yeah, was that what it was?
Yeah, it was his new walk-in closet, right? Because he took it over.
Yeah.
And then I was just cutting in the garage side entrance, which is more convenient for everybody. And yeah, I took it from there, and then 2013, I shot up the music video.
Yeah.
I think I need a
Sargon
fresh
is my
cut.
barber.
I think I need a fresh
Oh, I
cut.
think I need a fresh cut.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think I need a fresh cut. You know I need a fresh cut. I'ma call Sargon for a fresh cut.
And then from there, opened up 2014, and like so far so good. And like, but before, like in between, like from starting and like opening up, there's like that hustle.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Whereas that hustle was like, it's up to you whether you want to grind, because Instagram is popping now.
Right.
But back in the day, like there wasn't Instagram. There was what?
A little bit of
MSN.
Facebook. Yeah,
MSN, Tito Wire. Like, what are you gonna promote through, right?
You had nothing, and that's actually something that we should probably go into and even a little bit further, guys. Because back when Sargon was really grinding and building this, like fresh cuts, was like there was no social media. But I remember you were always big on taking pictures of your work and finding finding the outlets that you had to share it with people, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I look at it as even every cut you do as a barber is your walk-in billboard.
Yes,
Pretty
exactly.
much, you know,
It's an advertisement.
and then that's word of mouth. Oh, where'd you get your haircut? Boom, boom, and then that's how I get directed, right?
That's how you built it. So you essentially built your clientele all off of word of mouth.
Pretty much.
There was no advertising really back then, right?
No, and then I'd even like clubs and everything like that. When going into clubs, I'd talk to some promoters like, or they'd reach out to me saying, "Oh, would you want to cut in the club?" I'm like,
I remember you
fuck
did that
it.
a couple times, eh?
Yeah, I did it at Avenue Nightclub, Tattoo Rock Parlor. What else? A couple of events. I don't know.
This is London. Did you ever do it there? Remember that spot?
This is London was live, but no, I didn't do it.
Yeah. But you were doing things that like nobody was really doing. And do you think that was a big part of like?
Oh yeah. That's part of the history of grinding, right? You just level up, right? Mm-hmm. And right now, Instagram is like booming, and like everywhere you see, everybody wants to be a barber or a real estate agent. Like, you know, it
I
just
noticed
spread.
that. Yeah.
And every barber I hired was successful. You know, they opened up their own shop, they grinded, you know, and like, it's like everybody takes different levels of steps, right? But like, it took baby steps for me to get where I'm at. Mm-hmm. You know,
and I think it was also because it was a totally different time too.
Exactly.
Because we look around now and a lot of people are doing what it is that you were doing. They adopted that blueprint, like I said earlier. Started from the garage, you grind there, you create low prices to build the clientele, and then you obviously have to do good work, and then from there you can look into starting your own shop and stuff.
Exactly.
But you started that blueprint, brother. I think so. So that needs to be, first of all, credited to you. And how much do you like look around and you see other barbers doing this now and be like, wow, okay, like man's really took inspiration from this.
100%. Even like my nephew, like he was in my garage. He was like my mascot.
I remember, bro.
You know?
He was always there.
Yeah, the
Always.
ginger, little red, chubby head kid, you know? And he was always in my barbershop watching movies, playing video games with my clients. He knew all my clients.
Yeah.
And then when people see him now in the barbershop working, he has long ginger hair up to here. They're like, no way, that's Nick? I'm like, yeah, bro, that's Nick.
Yeah.
Some guy actually didn't see him in so long because he had long hair, so I didn't see him in a while.
Yeah.
Right? He grew out his hair for like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7
So
years.
now he has long hair.
And
eh?
he saw Nick. He's like, yo, that's Nick?
Yeah.
And bro, he was tearing up. He's like, come here, give me a hug.
I know, right? Well, because bro, think about it. Like we spent a lot of time in that area. Like when you would come get a haircut at Sargon's, you would talk with you would talk with your family would come through. Like it was a very hospitable environment, bro.
100%.
It was like a sentimental experience. It was like a good vibe when you went there. And Nick, your nephew, was kind of there from the start, and now he's cutting hair as well.
Yeah, in the barbershop. He's just right now 2 times a week, Friday, Saturdays.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's good to see that we're like, oh man, that was Sargon's nephew, and now he's the new brand, right?
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's like he kind of blossomed with Fresh Cuts.
Exactly.
How much does that mean to you? How much does that?
A lot, man.
It feels
it means
good, eh?
so much, man. I fucking love the kid, and like he doesn't even know how much I love him. You know?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like I treat him like he was my little boy. You know
Like
what
he
I
was
mean?
your own son.
Like wherever I took him, Vaughan Mills, like Wonderland, we're matching, walking around. Like, yo, this is your son? I'm like, nah, that little man. But yeah,
He's your little nephew.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to see that, bro, because it provides like for like looking from the outside in. It's like, okay, it's real, you know, it's authentic, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to kind of bring you on, because like I think the stories we're telling, because like I mentioned, the pioneer aspect of things at that time, brother, there was nobody doing what, like now we look, I feel like it's sort of like the podcasting thing, like it's kind of inflated, like a lot more people are doing it, probably the barbering, a lot more people are doing it, but like, do you think, like, what do you think the approach is to making something like barbering last, like to turning it into a business like the way you have? What's the secret ingredient to make it like real, authentic, and actually like have some longevity to it?
I would say like keep the history going of it. Like a lot of people, like you gotta stay like artistic. You know what I mean? You gotta keep up with the designs or like the fades, like what's in. Because back in the day, it was what, like when I started, it was like shaved heads, double line up, chin strap. You know, double chin strap, and then like people got into full hawks, comb overs.
That was big. I remember
you
that.
know, comb overs, I think, was the longest trend, I would say. And then
Shaved on the side, flipped up, like
nowadays it's bald fade, keep the top long and curly.
like the way you got it a little bit,
or like slick back. But no, I'm talking about like a fro, like
like a fro. Okay.
you know. But that's the young bucks, right? But I think the best or the most long lasting trend was the comb over.
Okay, so again, essentially, you got to stay on top of the trends.
Yeah, 100%. You got to stay on top of the trends and, you know, keep your tools clean, like good service, you know, talk to your customer.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, these customers, they're not really customers no more. I don't treat them like customers.
Yeah.
I even close my online barbering for myself. Like, you can't book online with me. You got to call me. You got to text me because, like,
Oh, really?
I stopped taking new clients because it's a bond you build with your client. He becomes like family. You know, I know his secrets. I know about his family, who passed away. You know, what party you're going to, wedding, this, that. I know every event. Oh, how was that event? Yo, I didn't even ask him how you want it anymore. How do you want
You
your
just
haircut?
know.
I'm like, oh, how's it going, bro? You good?
Yeah.
Everything, how's your weekend? Good?
Yeah.
And I start to cut it because I already know what he wants. I don't want to say, bro, it's a consultation. If I,
You know them all first and last name
yeah.
basis.
And it's a consultation. If a new guy comes, sits, okay, what do you want, bro? And it's like, takes more time, you know? So it's better, like, I stick to my clientele and take care of them, you know?
Yeah, well, you've obviously built enough clientele to be able to sustain yourself like that, which
100%.
is good because it makes it more meaningful. But I always say this all the time, bro. It's like when you get your haircut with your barber, you're telling your barber everything.
100%.
You get all the secrets, you get the advice. So you got to be a good communicator, bro.
100%.
You got to be able to have different like a chameleon almost. Different, you can adapt to many different. Somebody is talking about something, like maybe somebody brings up politics, maybe somebody brings up music and art. You gotta kind of, it's like mini podcasts every time you're talking with somebody, bro.
Yeah, it's almost like back to square one, where we at, you know, and then like
Yeah.
you start talking about it, and then like it goes, and like you build a good friendship with the guy, you know, and then he likes you, you like him. Next thing you know, you guys are hanging out, going out places,
You actually like building like a friendship.
Exactly. And to be honest, like, because I started off so young, like these people are already my friends as is, you know, so like it's just like they're supporting the system, right?
Yeah.
And like it's legit like family. My parents know them, you know, my whole family knows them. Hey, long time, you know, how's it going? And even back in the garage, I remember like people mentioning it, saying like, oh, you remember how like you were so busy, your grandma or your mom would come spoon feed you with like
Yo, I do
grapes,
remember that,
yeah,
brother.
grapes,
I remember.
fruits and stuff, because like I'd be so busy, I'm like, fuck, one more guy, I'll eat after. And then my parents like, yo, the food was ready like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, like I'm busy, I'm cutting. I'm just like cutting and eating,
Yeah.
cutting and eating.
You wouldn't stop. I literally remember like your family bringing in like sandwiches and stuff. This guy wouldn't
Yeah.
stop cutting. He would just
Yeah.
continue through, because you know, like you're busy, bro. You were busy.
It was
you know
crazy.
what I mean?
I remember the longest shift I ever cut in my career.
Yeah.
It was I started 6 a.m. or 5:30 around there. I didn't stop like nonstop on my feet till 3:30 a.m.
What?
Then the next day I started 6 again.
No
And
way,
Ended
bro.
at 3. Yeah, nonstop.
That had to be a Saturday,
It was, what was it? It was
because Saturdays were jumping at Fresh
Friday,
Cuts.
Saturdays are always busy as
Always
for any
busy.
barbershop. But what event was it? It was Christmas or yeah, I think it was Christmas
Oh,
time.
okay, so it was one of the holidays. Man's needed a nice cut.
Yeah,
eh?
Christmas time and like back to school day was my busiest of all year, right?
Yeah, those seem like busy times. Those are, everybody needs a nice cut when they go back to
100%.
school and stuff. But you mentioned your family, bro. Like I want to know. I want to get into that like a little bit. Like how were they throughout your whole like experience, like from when you're 12 until now, brother? Like they've been there from forever,
100%,
seeing you grow.
100%,
How has that been?
So they've been supporting me from day one, right?
course, yeah.
Like, listen, this is my career. I'm going about it. You know, I'm cutting hair. I'm bringing people to your house. You know, I gotta respect that, right?
Of course, yeah.
So they're all in it, and they're my biggest supporters, straight up. Like my dad would be at the job site. He works construction, and he'd give out business cards. My mom would give out business cards at her workplace, daycare, or like banquet hall, whatever. And even my brothers, my sister would like help me out too. But yeah, they're my number one fans. Like even barber battles. I'd battle, and like they were there wearing my t-shirts. Everybody, whoever comes, like family, friends, clientele, I'd give them like a red t-shirt. I'm like, yo, this is my crew. And like we'd go to the barber battle, and like it's like a whole like
a team
sea of red going into this event. You know what I mean? And like that support system I have is just unreal, and I love that, and I appreciate it a lot.
So it was a big part of your success.
100%, 100%. If they said no, this is my house, like no, you're not bringing random people here, then it is what it is.
It would have ended then, right? Because they had to be tolerant, I guess, for you to be like to be able to build what you built. They had to be tolerant, right? Because you were bringing it to their house.
100%.
At the end of the
And you
day.
got to respect that. You can't say, "Hey, I'm bringing people over." You know.
Yeah,
It is-
yeah. You got to have that respect for them because it's their house and you're building your business essentially in their house, right?
But no, they were fully supportive of it, and I love them. Like,
Yeah, they're the best, man. Honestly, and it's very. You feel that when you go into Fresh Cuts or like from when we were in the garage and stuff. You always felt that. You always felt the warmth from Sargon and his family. So I think that was a big part of it. You mentioned the barbell battles. How big was that a part of the journey, brother? Because I know you took it was very serious.
Yeah, I took it pretty serious. Like, cause I'm very competitive in everything when it comes to sports or anything else. Like, I'm there to win. I'm not there to, hey, nice try. Here's a ribbon. As long as you had fun, you know. Fuck, like,
No, that's our culture too. Dog.
No, I'm there to win. So if it's second place, I'm a loser. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, going into it, I was like obviously nervous and excited at the same time, and that was a big step because like it's like a big promo right there too, because like I'm building up my brand. You know, I'm putting Fresh Cuts on the map. Like when random people saw me, other barbers like, yo, who's this guy in the red t-shirts? Like Fresh Cuts, who's that? Sargon, yo, Sargon's big, yeah. This, that, and like they big me up because they know, like just by looking at me cutting or whatever, like I have a heart for it, I have the passion for it, and like I remember it was like my first entry of the barber battle, and it was creative design I did, creative comb over and like fastest fade, and like bro, when I was doing the fastest fade, you're supposed to cut like the fastest haircut under like 5 minutes, right?
Whoa.
Yeah. It was like 0 to 1.5 on top. It was like a bald fade pretty much. And while I was cutting, I was dancing because I was loving it. You know, I'm like, there's not even a competition. I already won. You know what I mean? And then everybody, the crowd is like laughing, like, look at this guy. This guy loves what he does.
You're like making a show out of it.
Yeah, and I was like, you know, I was loving. I didn't care if I lose for the fastest fade. I'm like, watch till next round, because next round I came and I got first place in fastest fade because I'm like, this is easy money, man.
How fast did you do it in?
I did it under 5 minutes. It was like
under 5 minutes, brother. You did a fade in under 5 minutes.
Yeah, under 5 minutes with the blade and everything, buffer, like I had like my one model. He'd come every week and he'd time me.
So you practiced for it. You put in the work.
Because you got to get in the zone. I'd play the Rocky anthem, the Rocky song, and just go at it. And certain verse, I know where I'm at. Or I'll tell my client, I'm like, yo, when it hit every 30 seconds, you say, yo, 30. A minute 30. So I know where I'm at. If I don't pass the next step, then I'm like, fuck, I already lost.
Brother, you were training for like a fight or something.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it was. And then because I'm gonna win, right? That's it. But then I won in creative comb over, creative design. But a lot of times, like I'd get robbed, to be honest. Like
there's judges, right?
Yeah, there's judges, but like the fans see it too. Everybody around, they'd be like, "Yo, bro, straight up, you did amazing, you did unreal, but you got robbed." It's clear. Like look at first place and look at yours. Even third place is better than first place. I'm like, yeah, obviously I see it. That's why I'm pissed off. And like I bring the crowd, this, that. So then the love for the barber battle just kind of went downhill. I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna do this no more. And now whoever like is the host of the barber battle, they come up to me and say, hey, would you want to be the judge of the battle? I'm like,
okay.
Yeah, I'll judge. You know.
So do you do that? Do you still do that?
I judged like 2 or 3. 2 other ones. I told them if the money is there, because like it's a full day. You're drained. I'm
Big
like,
commitment.
listen, now if you guys pay me, I'd come, because like I'm an older man. Like I have shit to take care of. You know, like my days off are still days on. You know what I mean? And yeah, it is what it is. And like obviously I love doing the barber battle and everything, but like when it's like, okay, yo, bro, thanks for coming. Yo, you got robbed. See you next time, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, what the fuck? It's
But
a slap in the face, right?
At least you had that experience. For
Yeah,
what you
100%.
did, right?
And that's a big promo for me. But like, I'm competitive at the end of the day. You know, I'm there to win.
That's good that you're like that, brother.
Yeah.
Because I think our culture today, they try to remove the competition from men nowadays. So it's good to be competitive, and I think it's probably a big part of your success. Now I know, like sometimes, what is it like amongst barbers? Is it competitive amongst barbers? Like, you know, guys see other guys, they want to try to one up them, do a little bit better. It's like is there a competitive element to it?
Like, it all depends on how that certain barber takes it, or like his career. You know what I mean? How they grow into this career of being the barber. Like a lot of people, because of Instagram, a lot of people take shots on Instagram or whatever. I'm that guy. Like I'm not there to impress no one.
Like
I'm
comments,
just,
like take shots at comments.
yeah, who knows anything? Because like there's obviously jealousy in everything. Right.
Yeah.
But with barbering, like there is some drama. I'm not a part of it, but just like I know there's drama, you know. And I'm like, I've been doing this from time. Like if you bring any drama to me, it's like, okay, I just ignore it. But nothing came to me so far so good, because they know like
You don't engage with it. You don't give a fuck like that.
yeah, it's just like, bro, this is nonsense. But like yeah, I've been doing this for too long to bring that into my life. So
Yeah.
like I don't need that. But like there is obviously competition with when it comes to barbering, but like I wouldn't say there's competition with me, because like I've been doing it for so long. My clientele is like, I have to say no to so many people.
Yeah, it speaks for itself.
Yeah, so like a lot of barbers that came into my barbershop, I'm feeding them, you know,
feeding them clients.
clientele, you know, until they're busy enough to spread their wings and fly away, and like, you know, they have their own shop. And congratulations, all the best. And that is what it is.
Is that personal, or is that like
No,
more,
no,
like, you celebrate that?
Like, to be honest, I always wish the best to any barber that's been in my shop and left, because like I treat them like gold. I take care of them, and it's never bad blood.
Right.
Never. Every barber that left my shop, congratulations, brother. All the best. You know, like, thank you for being a part of our family. Good luck. You know, doors are always open, always open, no matter what. I would say from all the barbers that left my shop, I'd say probably like 2 burned the bridge because they did me dirty, like
right.
behind my back or whatever.
Okay.
As a barber, as any person working at any place, it's either you got to man up and say, listen, I got to talk to you, this and that. It is what it is. You know.
That's a part of business, though, eh?
Yeah, 100%. And like I respect that. And like obviously growing into the like, owner of a barbershop, it's like, or anything, when you're young and doing it and that hits you, it's like, it's heartbreaking because like you don't have to react because it's new to you. So it is stressful. It's like, fuck, who am I gonna hire now? You know, that guy was good. Like, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And like nowadays, especially, it's hard to find good employees in general.
Yeah, I agree.
Like people want money, but they don't want to work.
They don't want to work. Why do you think that is, bro?
I don't know. This generation's fucked.
To say the least, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think they're too into their phone. Like they're zoned out. I don't know. Like their work ethic right now, it's like, it's very different. You got to get a couple special like employees where it's like, okay, they're there to work. You can tell they're hungry. They want to work. They know common sense.
Right.
A lot of people don't know common sense.
I know. I noticed that too, bro. But even look at like the grind that you had to go through to kind of get where you are. Nowadays, like they have more outlets and resources. Not to say one's harder than the other, but the resources and the access to information. Like if you want to learn how to do a fade, brother, you can go on YouTube and learn how to do a fade. When you had to learn how to do a fade, they didn't have that.
No.
You know what I mean?
And there was no barbers to look up to.
Right. That's another good point.
There was no barbers. Like nowadays, like, yo, you can check out this guy. You can check out Pacino. You can Mark the Barber. Like you look at their stuff, like, yo, these guys are from the States, but they're doing videos, you know. Like,
and you have Instagram, so you can see that.
They're showing you how to cut hair from step 1 to step infinity. You know what I mean? Like me, I'm just like, okay, this is how I'm gonna work. This is how I'm gonna learn. I do the work. I cut the hair, and I learn as I go. Learn as I go. Like with anything, like anybody who built this building, like they didn't know nothing about nothing, but then slowly they get educated. You know, at the end of the day, we're all human.
Yeah.
He can do, I can do. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's a good attitude to have, bro. Because anytime you start something new, guys, you're not gonna be fucking good at it right away. But if you buy in and like you just endure that like uncomfortability of it, like that's kind of like how I felt about the podcast too. I didn't know what to expect, but you kind of, as you go, you learn these things, and that's what seems like what happened to you.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%.
You know, you grind it out and then you figure it out, bro. But I think that one of your main things, bro, is the passion, bro. Is the passion. Passion is big in any pursuit that you have. Yeah. Now, did you always have, like, you knew right away, barbering, that's my thing. I'm doing this. I'm not gonna get into anything else. It's barbering.
No, it was I either become a professional soccer player or barber. So because we're in Canada, like.
Especially at that time.
Yeah, especially at that time back in the day, like when I was like 18, whatever. It's either this gap you have to like 14 to like 18. If you're not pro, forget about it. You know what I mean? And especially if you're in Canada, they're not taking soccer serious. If you're out in like Europe or anything, you have the passport, like you've been there for 5 years. Okay, now we're serious. Now we're talking business. But Canada. It's just like now they're taking serious with TFC and all that. Yes. Like, you know, you can make a career out of it. Now it's like before I opened up my shop, like 2 years before, I was playing with Italian shooters, like semi-pro. I was getting paid.
I remember them.
I was playing 3 times a week practice, games, weekends, like everywhere. And then there was one point where like the coach is like having favorites, you know, like
always the politics.
You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? There's politics in soccer too? Like, this is crazy. And like, this guy shows up to a practice, or doesn't even show up to practice. I see him in game time. Like, this guy's starting. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And people are like, oh, this guy's from Germany. He's supposed to be good, and he's trash. And then like, remember a game? It was tied 1-1. He puts me on like the last 5-10 minutes. It's like, okay, you got to prove us what you got. And I score the winning goal.
Oh, you did?
And then next game comes, it's like, oh, I forgot to put you on the roster. I'm like, all right, this is it. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm going to go full throttle with this barber career. And it's always been my passion. I'm going to go with it. And, like, I'm happier just playing men's league with the boys soccer, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
And it worked out.
Yeah, 100% it did. And I think that's a testament to everything happens for a reason. Brother.
100%.
You know what I mean? Everything does happen for a reason. And especially at that time, soccer, there was no real opportunities, bro. When we were coming up, but that's good to see in Canada that there is more now. Like you see, like in TFC, like they got like some of the Italian European champions that are coming and they're playing for Italy now. They're bringing in a lot. There's a lot more opportunity for like when we have kids. So like that's the positive side of it. But before it was never like that.
Mm-hmm. And one guy I looked up to as a soccer player was this man right here.
Which, by the way, Ronaldinho, show the back. I remember we used to go to Sargon's shop, bro. Shout out to Ronaldinho. You used to go to Sargon's shop, and you had that picture that you drew. Remember?
Yeah.
You still got that?
I still got that. It's right in my room, actually.
Yeah.
It's a picture of Ronaldinho, a little portrait of him. That was in grade 9.
You were in grade 9 when you drew that.
Yeah.
You have to keep that forever, bro. That's
100%.
a legendary picture right there.
100%. I think I'm going to frame and post it in the shop soon.
Yeah, you should, bro.
Yeah, 100%. And I remember in grade 9, I got offered a scholarship for soccer.
Oh, yeah?
And because like I come from an immigrant background, we were all born in Iraq. And then
You were born there too? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we were born in Iraq. Like I was the last one. And then
When did you come here? How old were you?
I was still a baby. I was like 92. We came here.
Oh, okay. So you were the baby. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so I showed my dad. I'm all happy. I'm like, Bob, look, like I got a scholarship. Obviously, my dad doesn't know what a scholarship is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like this guy's gonna be so energetic, so happy for me that I got a scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at me. He's like, okay, what does this mean?
yeah. They don't
and
know.
And I'm like, listen, basically after high school, I go to this college or university, whatever, and they pay for everything. That's what a scholarship is,
Already when you were in grade 9, they gave it to, eh?
I got a form. I still have it. It's underneath my bed or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so excited to tell him. I told my coach. My coach is excited, and she's like, yeah, you got to show your parents. Let me know what they say, And then he just looks at me. I told him like what it is. He's like, listen, Sargon, like we came to this country to leave a bad country. You're not leaving us, basically. I'm like, fuck, okay. That career is over, like, And then, it was short and sweet. And then, that's it. I'm like, okay, I got to figure out another route then. And then.
That's when barbering came in.
Yeah.
So, like, how much do you take? How much do you think you took? Because like soccer is a team sport, right? How much do you think you took from soccer to then like you implemented to like your barbering career?
I took a lot because obviously my soccer career started first. I was in grade 5, starting like in rep. Mm-hmm. I was always a good athlete in general, growing up, like any sports. But like I took soccer serious because I joined the team.
Right. Yeah, because I talk about this all the time, brother. Like how much sports can kind of directly relate to like your pursuits in life, whether it's your career, relationships, or whatever. Wouldn't you agree? Don't you think
100%.
that it helps a lot?
And it built me, my clientele, because a lot of people from my team.
That's a good
like,
point.
Oh, bro, you're a barber? Yo, I'm coming over.
Yeah.
And like we're kids, and like people like, oh, mom, I'm going to Sargon's house. He's gonna cut my hair. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice, Sargon's a barber. And then the word goes around. The whole team knows I'm the barber of the team. And like any trips to Ottawa or wherever we are, even like growing up when we go to vacation, I always have my tools, no matter what.
You bring it everywhere.
No matter what. And it's convenient for me because I do it myself, and for my boys, I'm like, yo, don't worry. Sometimes they don't even book a appointment with me. I'm like, yo, I'll cut you on vacation. Don't worry. Like, oh, even better.
Oh, it's a true boy right there. It's a
You
true
know
boy.
what I mean?
True boy.
I remember once we landed back to Toronto, and there was a birthday party or something like that. And I was in the washroom just cleaning up myself, And then the janitor told the security, I'm slitting my throat.
Oh, no way. This guy misinterpreted it.
I'm like, listen, I'm a barber. Like, I carry my tools all the time. And I don't know how. Like, I had blades, and I totally forgot I had blades in my carry-on.
Yeah.
And they didn't catch it. They're like, oh, my God, we didn't catch that. The security's tripping out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I always carry them. I'm like, I'm a barber. Like, I'm not here to slit anybody's throat, but,
You should have told him, like, brother, you want to get a haircut?
You're looking overdue,
Yo, you're looking overdue. Come over here for a nice proper fade. But like speaking of like team and like working together with people, how's it been like, because you have to have employees, right? How is it like managing employees and like working with other people, and like what's the setup like in that regard?
Like it's a hit or miss with employees. Like I'm flexible with any employee I get, but it's only depends if they have the potential to grow with me. Like I don't care about your resume. It's pretty much if you come to me, I'm like, listen, your resume, you can do a haircut. If you have the potential in getting better, I'll work with you.
That's what you look for.
Pretty much. Like, I taught people where it's like they knew nothing but nothing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I bring them in because, like, it all depends on my moment too. Where like, do I need people?
Right. That's
know?
probably a big part of it, obviously.
Yeah.
Right?
If like I just need one guy, it's not like, you know, I'm dying for an employee, right? So I taught people like they knew nothing, and I built them. And like even like my clientele, I'm like, listen, he's starting, try him out.
Right.
And like some people are like, yo, bro, straight up, he fucked me up. You got to fix me up. I'm don't worry, I'll get you. He's new, but thanks for, you know, giving him the opportunity. But like slowly, they build, they get better and better. And like you see them grow and like get better. And like everybody sees it where it's like, make sure the guy's learning, like they're right beside, like shadowing any barber around. Because everybody cuts different. Everybody has different techniques and stuff like that. So that new guy picks up little like skill sets from other barbers, which is better for him. Your time in the shop is your investment, pretty much, you know, and then you invest in your tools, you get better and better. And like I said, from nothing to something. And for some people, like when I'm trying to hire, like need a couple of guys, they have like a little potential where it's like, the fader was all right, they need to work with scissors, whatever. I'll take them on and like, you know, this guy has the passion for it, or like this guy wants to get better, you know, like, and I see that in some guys. Like some people come and it's like, oh, that cut was kind of like,
that was a little bit off.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah,
so for any like little young barbers listening that want to get into the fresh cuts with my buddy Sargon the barber, what do you think? What do you think you're looking for? You're looking for specifically the willingness to grow and like the development of the passion for it, right?
Yeah, passion and like the work ethic. The work ethic has to be there. If the passion's there and like the work ethic is like, okay, it's slow today. Like, no, bro, you got to get on your ass. You got to grind. You got to post. You got to, like, you know, get your name out there. You know what I mean? Do something different that no one's doing. Because, like, me growing up as a kid, like, I always had thoughts. I'm like, in order to grow, I got to be different, right? Like, no, I don't see any barbers, like, going to schools, cutting hair. I was even on vacation. I'll cut like the lifeguard's hair, or like you know,
well,
like
pictures. You have to take pictures of
that.
Yeah.
I have some posts on my Instagram and stuff, and like you just gotta do different shit. Just you're building up your brand, and whatever you do different is like everybody's seeing that brand. That brand is you, and like Fresh Cut's been like popping from day one, and like I see myself growing like every step at a time, and like you got to take those steps in order to grow, right? And so far so good. And yeah, man, like I love it. I still love it.
Yeah,
you know
you could tell, bro. You could see it in your work too. So I think that's the secret ingredient right there, guys. Effort and passion. You got to have that in anything that you do. You know what 100%. I mean?
100%. If you're doing 50%, you got to go 150, or don't do that at all, man. Don't do it at all. Like if you're half-assing it, nah, bro.
It's not worth it. Yeah. So you think like the kids these days, like you mentioned it earlier, you think that they're lacking that? In general, let's say?
I'd say all depends. Like some people do lack it and some people are good. But like there is, because like social media and all that bullshit, man, there's a lot of distractions. And growing up with all these like there's more social media as we grow. Like now there's a TikTok. Like fuck TikTok straight up. Like I'm too busy to even care about like Instagram nowadays. You know what I mean? Like it's just so much distractions. Like these kids are on their phone like glued. Like bro, like get off your phone, do something like do something different than being on your
more
phone.
Productive than just wasting your time.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like take out the trash or something. Go fold your clothes. Do something, right?
See, that's like the big thing about working, right? When we were working, you just find something to do.
100%.
I don't know. It's probably has to do with like because we have like immigrant mentality that our parents were always like that. If you don't have your hands in your pocket, kind of thing, like that doesn't fly around here. And I think that nowadays maybe that's not as prominent because during those gaps of like slowness. People are looking at their phones or they're like looking to get entertained quickly, right? Yeah. It's all rapid pace in your face.
100%. Like even like growing up, me and my two brothers, like I'm the youngest, and like we always think like, okay, what do we got to do to make some money? Winter time, we shovel the driveways, like $20 a pop, and like we're doing the whole neighborhood or around the neighborhood. Summertime comes, we're cutting the grass. Like we're young kids, you know, and like we're sharing the lawnmower, like you know, and like. $20 is good enough for kids. We get pizza or whatever it is. You know, it's all in any hustle you do to feed yourself.
You gotta put in that. You gotta put in. You gotta grind at the end of the day.
You gotta put food on the table. You know, whether it's for yourself, your friends, your family, whatever it is. Like you're there to win it, but like you gotta, you know, bring it into the family or whatever it is. My goal was always like, okay, listen, when I grow up, I'm gonna retire my parents because like they did
That's beautiful, bro.
everything for me. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
And like growing up, whenever I saved or anything, I'm like, yo, about Christmas time, whatever, I'm like, here's a shoebox of money. Like, you know, do whatever you got. Thank you for everything. You know what I mean? Like that is just like, it's not money wasted. It's just going to who created me, you know, who created my family. Like he took the extra step, you know, like I'm not even a man compared to him because like he did it all. Like
Your pops?
Yeah, he was in the army for 10 years and like he left the country that's at war 2 weeks after I was born and stuff. Like we're out of another country. We're like, you know, escaping the country to go to Turkey, and Turkish people sponsor us to come to Canada. But that gap right there, like some stories I don't even hear, like growing up, like when, like sometimes they like he'll come in the shop or like talk to my friends or like me, whatever. And he'll explain like the struggle coming here. And like some parts, like he'll leave out, he'll tell my friends. Cause like sometimes he forgets about them.
Yeah.
Whereas like walking around landmines, like crossing a river, you know, like this part where a boulder like smacked his ankle and he couldn't walk. And then like, he just prayed to God. He's like, yo, let me like go over this hill or something. Next thing you know, he closed his eyes. He's with the whole like, you know, crew and stuff. Like, you know, we're camping out, this, that. Like it took a whole lot just to come to Canada. You know what
They
I
had
mean?
to sacrifice a lot more than let's say we do.
Yeah.
Right? You know, or this upcoming generation. They had to really, really, really sacrifice a lot, bro, to come here and then make this life for us.
Yeah, like he started off from like nothing, like that shirt on his chest, you know, and then start from zero. People go crazy losing followers on Instagram. You know what I mean? They're fucking.
I know
Get the fuck out of here,
it's
you know
a
what I mean?
different fucking time, bro. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
bro.
And I think those experiences, like, you don't have to look far for inspiration. A lot of the times we're like, you need motivation. You need something to get inspired.
Yeah.
Like, bro, look at these stories right here, man. I have so many different stories like that too. You take inspiration from that, but we don't look at that now.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like our
100%.
generation, we don't look at stuff like that, right? You don't look at, like, probably most kids that are ungrateful or they don't work, or they don't have that work ethic. Maybe their parents, their grandparents had to do something similar to that. But that we're losing that value for that.
100%, because they don't see it. They don't witness the struggle. You know, because they gotta witness. They gotta take in that struggle to be a part of that success. You know what I mean? Because no one sees success. Like when they see success, they're like, he had it easy, but they didn't see the struggle coming up.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Because like mental illness is real, 100%. But like I feel like nowadays it's very sensitive to a lot of people. Like over nothing, to be honest. It is.
We're not
real.
as tough. We're not as durable.
Yeah, because everybody's so sensitive, man. With anything, you can't see this, you can't see that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not she, it's he. Like, bro, it's just pathetic.
That's the problem, and
You
that's
know
what
what I mean?
we're coming to the like. I want to piggyback off that right now,
Yeah.
and I want to talk about a little bit about what we experienced throughout the past 2 years with the pandemic. Because you, as a business owner, I'm sure you had to endure a lot of struggle.
Yeah.
So, what was that experience like, brother?
Like, obviously, this was the first pandemic ever in history, I would say worldwide. And it's a shocking to everybody, 100%. Like, we took our precautions, and everybody did, as a business owner, as a human, whatever. And with business owners, yeah, everybody took a hit. But, like, there's a point where it's like, okay, like, what do I do now? Like, do I stay closed? Do I do some extras on the side? What do I do? But, like, to be honest, like, I just went back to my route and cut back in the garage. You know what I mean? And
and which a lot of guys did.
And yeah, a lot of people did their own thing, and I respect that. And like, you know, it is what it is. You know, everybody has to eat. And like it's just amazing how like I could have that where I went back to my route. I'm not bringing people into my house. I'm bringing people outside where no.
So it was
it's
still
not-
there, right?
It's not affecting any family. No one's
Yeah.
seeing anybody or whatever. I obviously took my precautions, and like it was a time where it's like, okay, like this is too much.
Yeah, it got to that point, especially where it was like dragging on, brother.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, it's real, it's there, but it's like when you have the flu, I'm talking about flu.
Yeah.
What do? You're not going around people, going out clubbing, going out dinners. You're staying home.
Yeah, you're sick.
You're quarantined, right?
Yeah.
But with this, they're publicizing news, this, that. Like it's death, you know, this is what it is. But like, it's not that bad. It's like the flu's brother. It's a little worse, you know, you lose your scent, you know, taste and smell, but
Even sometimes you don't.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And sometimes you don't even have it.
Yeah.
You gotta take a test
Yeah.
to see if you have it. And that's how bad it is. You
Yeah, I
what
know. I know. I think pretty much at this point, I think everybody either had it or they know somebody that had it.
Yeah.
That it's like looking back, it's like, wow, man, these guys really, thankfully, like you obviously improvised, adapt, and you overcame, and you figure out, okay, I gotta make myself sustain through this. But a lot of businesses got absolutely shellacked, bro, and had to shut down, right?
100%. Yeah.
So it's a very like unsettling thing to look back at it now and be like, really? This, like, let's say you get it and you're like, oh, I wasn't even that bad, or like, you know, somebody that's like, really, this is what we ruined people's livelihood for. Like, think about all that sacrifice that you went through in your life from when you were 12 years old, that if you were to actually lose your business because of that.
Yeah. Thank God I stayed strong, and like I kept going, and like, you know, I'm like, you know what, this is a hiccup. We'll bounce right back up, and that's what happened. And like, so far so good. Like, everything, like with everybody's kind of like, I feel bad for the business that were lost, because like they took a beating, you know what I mean? And like, especially like restaurants too, like the
Restaurants were bad, yeah.
Yeah, you know, imagine getting all that food and then like, okay, back to lockdowns. Like, what the fuck?
And then you lose all that.
Weddings too, all those deposits, this, that.
Yeah, we were talking about that before the pod. A lot of people were affected by that. But come October, my buddy Sargon is getting it done. And you're mentioning that your girl is a barber too, bro.
Yeah, she's a barber.
How's that experience been like? How, like, you know, do you guys bounce ideas off each other and stuff too? What's that like?
Yeah, we talk about. It's fun because like when we get home, it's like, oh, how's work? You know, it's like, oh, this guy was so annoying. It's either so picky or whatever. But no, most of our clientele, they're good, right? But like, or like, she'll call me on my break or whatever, saying like, I have 3 cancellations today. I'm so fucking pissed. Ruins my day. Like, it's so funny because like obviously every barbershop gets that.
Yeah.
But like when it's like your significant other, it's just like we share more often, and it's like she loves it too. And like that's how she came up to me. Oh, hi, my name's Samantha. You know, like I want to get into barbering. Would you teach me? And and like we grew from there, and like that's how we met. But like I'm not getting into it. And all that. But like. Yeah, we're both barbers, and like we both love it. Yeah,
that's amazing. I'm
She's
sure.
She's actually opening up right now as we speak. In like 2 to 3 months max, she'll open up
her own shop
up in Alliston.
Nice.
Lined Up Barbershop.
Nice. Shout out to Lined Up Barbershop coming soon to Alliston for any of the folks out there in Alliston, man. That's
and it's a small town because like right now she's cutting from home, like how I did it. And Alliston, it's like. Not every house, but like a lot of houses, there's businesses like in the garage or inside the house.
Okay.
And there's like dentists in a house, tattoo parlor. There's a chiropractor. There's salons. There's even, if you want to take your passport photo, in a
bro, you got everything.
Studio in his garage. And you walk in, it looks like a store.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's amazing, bro.
It's so convenient. I actually went to Walmart. I had to get my passport photo. It was really for my gun license, but they didn't do the gun license.
Oh, did you get it? You got your gun license?
So
nice.
I didn't get it yet. I'm waiting on it. But I go to Walmart. I'm like, I'm here to take the passport photo. But I'm like, it's gun license, but isn't it the same thing? They're like, no, it's actually different. But we don't do it. I'm like, really? Like, why not? And she's like, you know what? And I was in Allison. And they're like, you know what? Give this guy a call. I go, I'm like, I look at his address. I'm like, this guy lives right beside me. I'm like, hey, man, I know it's like past 8. Are you still open? He's like, yeah, just come on right over. He's so nice.
Wow.
People there are so nice. I get there. He's like, hey, you want a drink? You want this? You want that? You know, like, so welcoming.
It's kind of like, it's interesting because like that was kind of like what you did for people at one point.
Exactly, right?
Yo,
it's
that's
like,
crazy.
this is amazing. This is like
full circle, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And like, yeah, the people there are so nice. Like, no traffic, you know, like, even the area there is just more fresh.
Yeah. Let's try it. Fresh, no pun intended. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's shifting a lot, brother. I think like where we are is like Vaughan and Toronto. A lot of things are changing, bro. You know, a lot of things are changing. But speaking of that, like what's next for like Fresh Cuts? Do you have any other plans? Like what's next? Building.
Of course, always building. Right now, it's me and like 7 other barbers.
Is that how many total you have in the shop? 7?
Yeah,
8 in total.
8 total. And like so far so good. It's running good. Even after the pandemic and everything, like so far so good. Thank God. And I don't know. Like hopefully either one guy takes over that and I open up another one and I do my shifts in both one.
Right.
Who knows, you know? Because right now I am really busy, like helping out my fiance too, open up her shop, and I might even give her a hand just to, you know, get her started. Because like right now it's on renovations and like she doesn't have any barbers yet. She has a couple like where like are interested, but we need solid.
Right, of course.
Barbers.
And who's better to show her the blueprint than you?
Yeah, you know, and we're even talking about it too. Like one day I'm there all day, like just doing designs on kids, just to like, you know,
Build
get
it up
that
a bit.
crowd.
Yeah.
You know, like, and like it's good. Like I'm there 100% with her, you know, because like she's successful, like she's good. Whatever I can do, she can do. Like with the straight blade fades and everything. She just cut me yesterday, you know.
Nice,
looking fresh.
Yeah, keeping it fresh.
You know what I mean? Gotta represent the company.
That's it, 100%. So, one last question here. I wanted to ask you, like, when you opened that your shop, what was that feeling like, bro? Because you were grinding it up in your garage and doing your thing, and then you finally I got my own shop. What was that? What was that moment?
That was probably one of the biggest highlights. Because like finally I'm open. Because it took a toll just to open up too. Because like from like blueprints from the city, the condo complex, you know, like certain blueprints are like good to go. So with the condo complex, it's not. It's just like took a while just to open up, you know. And yeah, like before opening up, I had who was this? He was a freestyler, like my buddy. He's actually a barber too right now. Deeps, Dominic Palera, and it's funny. I taught him, and like, you know, like he was getting good and everything. He actually called me one summer. He's like, "Yo, I made a track about you."
Oh, he's rapping?
Yeah,
Nice,
he did a freestyle. It's called "I Think I Need a Fresh Cut."
Yes, I remember this one.
I called him like, "Bro, this thing is sick, bro. It's amazing." I'm listening. We're gonna edit it. We'll do shoot a music video, and you know, we'll jump on it. We did it and everything, and then like at that time, that's when I was opening up, and releasing that music video was like a promo at Tattoo Rock Parlor, right?
Oh, I remember that club. Good times.
And I made everybody rock my shirts, and then they played it in the club, and everybody was jamming. It was full, like that's when I was shooting my music video too. And then when I was opening up, that's when I shot the music video in my barber shop.
So perfect timing.
A nice barbecue, you know, grand opening and everything. It was like, yeah, perfect timing, and like everything went smooth. And then from there, that's when like the barber battle started happening.
Oh, okay. So that was like 2014.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah. So that was like a big like turning point in the career of like fresh cuts, right?
And that's when I think 15, 16. That's when like Instagram started popping with like getting more popular. And like, the barbers are getting popular because they see it's like everybody's like an athlete in the game. You know, like you gotta put in that work. You know what I mean? No one's gonna help you, but unless you put it in that work, you know, and then you see the progress.
Yeah,
right?
then you see the progress. Do you use the Instagram often, or are you kind of like?
To be honest,
in and
like early in the game, like when I opened up, I was using it a lot, like during the years, whatever. And then like I would say these past, like ever since like COVID hit, because like I don't want to bait it when you've seen that I'm cutting.
Yeah,
right?
no, 100%. Yeah,
and like yeah, that ever since that, like I kind of like slow down, like, and like, I don't even like to be on Instagram.
you know, you can even like outsource that, eh? Like for cheap. You get
Yeah,
somebody
I
to
know.
bust up content for you every now and again if you want.
100%. Like I'm down for that, but at the same time, like I don't like. It's no love for it. No
Yeah,
more.
you don't
It's
have
like,
the passion for it. Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's Instagram, whatever.
yeah, it is. Well, if you ever, the thing is, it's always there if you want to use it. You know, if you ever want to use it and you use it as advertising. But the thing is, I think that a lot of people know Sargon, so he doesn't really necessarily need to like use that as much as maybe the next guy, you know, building up and shit.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, it is like a free advertisement. But I want to go into the last segment here, brother. This has been a great conversation with you, and I really fucking appreciate you coming here and sharing the blueprint, bro. Because like I said, pioneer in the game. Sargon started it. He's still ripping it, and a lot of the guys owe respect to Sargon the Barber because he laid down the blueprint. But I'm gonna go into the last segment here on Couple Casuals Podcast, which I call Salute. Salute is the final segment. I give an opportunity to the guests, my buddy Sargon today, to give a little salute, a little cheers to the listeners, to the viewers, just whatever you want to make it, brother. End us off here, brother. What do you got?
Salute to all the barbers, all the people that been supporting me, and from the start, from the jump, you know, like thank you so much, appreciate it. Steph, thanks for having me.
100%,
love you, brother.
Love you, brother.
Always love, and like this guy, like we grew up together as like a little soldier, like in the game. Like he was in my soccer team too, like with school and stuff. And, like we killed it. Like
Yeah.
And every time I see this guy and all his boys, like it's nothing
Nothing but love. Sargon
nothing
the
but
Barber.
love.
Remember that chant? Remember that chant?
Yeah. This guy and his homeboy started Sargon is my barber. Sargon is my barber.
I'm gonna throw up a clip of that. I think I got one. I'm gonna
Yeah,
throw up a
yeah.
clip of that. Thank
Yeah.
you guys. Tell them where to find you, Sarge, and we'll end off here.
Yeah, Fresh Cuts Hair Studio. It's at 9461 Jane Street, Unit 102, and it's right across from Wonderland. You can see us. But yeah, you can book online, whatever. Call. Do your thing.
Salud.
Salud.